Hi there. Okay, one card please. Right, okay. This is very clear. There's someone connected into your person who's told them they're an absolute idiot. But the word I'm hearing is actually you're an absolute arse. You really messed it up, okay? I feel that from just this one card that your ex misses you, okay? And this person who they know, you might know them as well, has been it's almost said to them, look, I'm sick of you moaning. What I'm hearing today is your ex is moaning a little bit about what went on between you both, but also the fact that somebody's told them that you're doing better now. Okay, that's the general thing I'm channeling today. Someone's told them that you're doing better, that you know, they just thought that they'd left you like maybe with nothing, maybe just very low, very down. But this other person has said they're sick of hearing about it. They're literally saying, you're an absolute arse, do something or shut up. Okay, to the point that they almost don't want to be around your ex anymore because it's like a stuck record. Okay, because also I feel that your ex is still a little bit, oh well, it wasn't all my fault, but I really miss them and I hear that they're doing okay without me. This friend of your ex's, or possibly, like I say, you know them, they're sick, they're done. All right, so let's have a little look. This is quite an interesting one today. But while I'm shuffling, I hope you're okay. Are you doing all right? Looking after yourself, yeah? Putting yourself first. Self-care is not selfish, okay? No is a complete sentence. Always remember that. If you'd like a reading, just click on the title of the video. The links are below in the description box. Everything's on the website. Go check the readings out that I do, and also the free relationship report as well. Just turned 3 more. Thanks for your comments. That's what I was trying to say. I do read all of them, and thank you so much for your support and your words. You know, and I send you all a big hug, a massive hug. Okay, let's look. Yeah. So just sick of your exes moaning. Were they a bit of a whinge bag? Did they moan? Did they moan? Let me know in the comments. I just feel this person, I've had a bit more of this recently. It's almost like okay, what I'm hearing to say, it's for the collective, it's like the last bit of people's victim mode, but you're also done with it. You're done. You know, you're just done with this. It's a bit pathetic, really, like a bit of a pathetic energy. And I just feel that this friend has told your ex that they're just a complete arse, and to stop moaning, get off their arse and do something about it before it's too late, because you're moving on. Okay? Now, you might decide, I never want to see this person again. But this is the energy more of this friend who just really is pretty pissed off with your ex, actually, to be honest. I know quite strong language today, but that's what I'm hearing. Yeah, your ex goes and meets this person and sits there absolutely rambling on. Now, beneath all of this, in your ex's energy, your ex actually feels very anxious and very insecure. Okay? But they're not making any decisions. They're just looking at this, looking at that. You know, and your ex's energy is draining someone else at the moment. Okay? Yeah. And what your ex is doing is they're almost, this is a scrolling instead of healing card, but what I feel they're doing is, besides scrolling, they're just numbing themselves, they're distracting themselves, but then they're sitting there moaning on about how bad everything is for them and how difficult their life is and what you're doing. They're very interested in what you're doing, okay? Last card. Yeah. They're just pretending. And then on the other hand of their energy, they pretend everything's okay, but this one person can see straight through their mask. Okay, they're just, they want to know, you know, they need to sort themselves out, really, don't they? I think that's really the energy here. I feel that you definitely don't want to be dragged back into this. Okay, anything else on this ex, please? Okay, we've got the divination abuse card. I had this, you know, a few days ago, I think. Someone's got a friend. Maybe this is the friend. Have you got a friend, or does your ex have a friend who possibly reads tarot, or just, you don't even need tarot cards really, or just suddenly, or just knows things? And then that's, I feel, what this connection is, that this person who's saying stop being an arse to your ex is somebody who they're going to for maybe divination advice. Okay, now I've had this energy recently, so it is definitely for someone today. It's like if I get the energy or a card again within a few days, maybe even a week, because it's the only card in the deck that says that, then I know there's a strong message here. Yeah, ain't shit. They're sick of their shit. That's the card that's saying, yeah, Keels, you're on the right track here, boo. They're just talking shit. People are fed up of them. Fed up of them. Okay? And I feel I've had this energy, I'll say it again a bit, and I feel the collective, you watching this, everybody's just had enough of people now who just sit there, make shit up, blame everybody else for it, and then pretend they're the victim. But there's definitely a link here between someone your ex knows who is either psychic, sixth sense, or we're all psychic. We've all got a sixth sense. Some are just more tuned into it. That's all it is. And that maybe, you know, every time they see them, they're saying, oh, you know, what do you think about this? What do you think about that? And they're just saying, either find out or shut up. Find out or shut up. There we go, bottom of the deck. Same shit, different day. Yeah. I think the message here for you is that this person you were with isn't in a good place, but I don't really feel that they've taken full responsibility. I feel that they hide behind other people a lot, and they can be quite weak, and I think you know that now. Sometimes when we meet someone, especially because you've got a lot of empathy, that we try to help, but then in the end we realise that person doesn't want to help themselves. You can't help everybody, you know that? Maybe this is a message for you as well. You can't. And as much as we'd like to, people make their own decisions, okay? And if you try and they don't change, then it just wears you down. Very, very, very much so. I feel that was part of your connection here. You could be a water sign, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, but you really did try to heal this person. You were very open to all of their problems, but you're not with them anymore, you see. I'm going to have a look at your ex's environment in a sec, but you're not with them, so now this friend, whoever this is now getting it all. But I feel my message today is I don't feel they've changed much, so they'd still be bringing that sort of energy back in. They just don't want to take accountability. You know, they don't want to take accountability. What's going on in the ex's energy? What's their environment like? What's going on where they're living? What they're doing? Let's have a look. Okay. Right. they went into a situation, they might have even started a new job when you separated, or maybe they said they needed to focus on career or something, or they've got a business. So they're kind of portraying this image of they're an expert, they're well known, they're this, they're that, and they're keeping their head down. So on one hand, they're portraying the image that they're keeping their head down, they're working hard. I feel they're bored. I feel with this card as well, the meaning of repetition here. Same day, different shit kind of energy. This is what this card can mean for me as well. And they are bored. But the image they're projecting to the people who are surrounding them now, except for this one friend who thinks they're an arse, is I'm fine, I know what I'm doing, I've got it all under control, etc, etc. But I don't really feel that that is the key, because the other card that's come out to clarify it is the Six of Wands in the reverse. So no, the Six of Wands in the upright can mean, breaking mental because what swords are always about your mental thoughts, communication, your mind. So it's about breaking mental habits, it's about letting go of thoughts or ways of dealing with things, ways of speaking. But your ex hasn't done any of that. They've got trouble coming, all right, I'll tell you that much, in that environment. And they've definitely gone from frying pan into fire. There's a lack of progress. It doesn't, for me today with these two cards, it doesn't seem to matter how hard they work, how much effort they put into it. And they're quite a skilled person, your ex. They're just banging away and nothing's changing, okay? It's just not changing. I just feel they're stuck. There's some failure. There's something that's failed. Yeah, the moon's at the bottom of the deck. So nothing is as it seems. Okay, there's a lot of anxiety, which I got right at the beginning. There's a lot of insecurity. There's a lot of vagueness. And I feel that your ex is clinging onto some routine, maybe a job, maybe a living space, like a life buoy, I'm hearing. But then this friend who might be into divination can see straight through this facade that they're presenting and is saying you need to almost contact you to find out whether it's a yay, as we say in the UK, or a nay. All right, that's the basic gist of this. Top of the deck, please. Yes, the Seven of Swords, but it's in the reverse. So that for me is a card of somebody confessing that they've messed up, okay, that they were deceitful, that they want to come clean, all right? They want to come clean. There could be an element of that in your ex's energy. Let me just see what's underneath it. Are they telling the truth? The Magician's here. The Magician. There will be communication, but the Seven of Swords in the reverse means coming clean. But with the Magician, for me, and I'm not going to lie, it can be an energy of telling you the story you want to hear, because the Magician can mean somebody who has all the skills to pay the bills, but it's someone who can portray themselves as, say, just an example, someone who'll say that they're the manager of a company when really they, I don't know, just do a completely different job. It can be the energy of the Magician, if it's badly aspected, of somebody who tells you, lives with you, and then you find out 18 months later they've got another wife or another husband and 3 children. Okay, it's somebody who knows how to tell a story. All right, so yes, the ex of yours will probably confess say they're turning over a new leaf, etc., etc. But with the Magician, if it was my reading, if I was reading my cards, I'd be like, is this feigned? Is it faked? Is it actually true? Or is someone actually deceiving me? Okay, but the two cards together also mean for me that there is some action they're going to take, and the action will be, I've turned over a new leaf. Right, I want to know, are they telling the truth? I'm not convinced today. Sorry, guys. Right, Ace of Cups. The Lovers, this is what they're going to tell you. Page of Swords. Yeah. I definitely, with the Ace of Cups and the Lovers, this person will come back in. All right. Page of Swords, I feel, is them trying to get more information on you. It is the Spy and the Camp card in tarot. It's a slightly immature energy, though. I will just say that. For me today, okay, I've got to be truthful. I feel they will come back in. They're going to tell you that they've turned over a new leaf, etc., etc. My advice is follow your intuition, okay? You knew during this relationship, and there was something you knew and you didn't listen to your intuition. Listen to it, okay? If it seems too good to be true, because the Ace of Cups can be a lovely energy, especially, it's a reconciliation, it's someone coming back, but it's just an ace, it's a beginning. Now, if you've been apart for more than 12 months, it's more positive. But sometimes it can just mean, with that Magician and that Seven of Swords, although it's in the reverse, is this just a story? You know, because people do it, don't they? They do it all the time. They just make up this story to get you back into the net, as it were. And then they keep it up for maybe 6 months, 12 months. People have kept it up longer. And it's just all fake. Okay? My advice to you would be to listen to your intuition. And if this is a reconciliation you want, to make sure that you lay down the ground rules. And you take your ex off the pedestal. They're not the star of the show. You're the star of the show. And you hand them, as I say, the script that you want them to write, that you want them to do, okay? So no meeting them halfway. You get to decide this time how you want it to play out, all right? Not them. Not them. Because the Knight of Wands is the unknown here. Okay, now the Knight of Wands often means an ex coming back, but it can also mean, again, no lies, an ex that comes back in, is still a little bit impulsive. It's all going really well. It's fun. It's exciting. You've got those feelings again. You think, great, this is it, but then they disappear again. Okay, because it's quite a hasty energy. It's an impulsive energy, okay? And with those other cards, I would just, for me, if it was me, I would just listen to my intuition. I would get exactly very clear on what I expect this time. No messing, no nonsense, no half this, half that. You either show up like this or don't bother, okay? But this is where your self-concept that I talk about a lot comes in. Once you are so in love with yourself that you know your own worth, somebody like this can come back in and you just don't even entertain them. You don't wish them any ill. You just are not really bothered, okay? Do you get to this stage straight away? No. I don't believe, from my own experience, no. But when you start to say, look, I'm this and I'm good enough and I'm, even if you don't believe it to start with, over a period of time, you will honestly, trust me, wake up one day and you'll think, oh, I feel a lot better now. I'm starting to feel brighter, okay? So that is my advice today, okay? Hangman advice today, don't do anything. Just don't move. Don't do anything. Don't make any decisions. get all the facts and every single perspective, but the main thing here, because you're in control, this is just energy. The main thing here is you put yourself first. You are the director, the star, the script writer. Everything in your life comes here. Get very clear on what you want, what makes you happy, what makes you settled. It's all about you, okay? And you will find that even this energy of this person will match what you're predominantly thinking, okay? They will reflect it back to you. So I'll leave that with you. Quite an interesting read today. They're going to come back in, I think. Who's this friend? Let me just see. I don't know, just heard it, you know me. Voices in my head. God, it was like a mad woman. Oh, who's this friend? I'm probably just really looking for like an astro sign. Let's see. Who've we got? Got a fire sign friend. Okay, I'll just describe the personality a bit. Leo, Sag, Aries, Moon, Rising, Sun, Venus. They've been a good friend. They're very helpful. They're quite ambitious as well, but they've got to a point now where they've completely had enough of your ex's moaning. Anything else on the friend? Nail it down. Definitely a fire sign friend. Okay, this friend could like to travel, or they've moved around or relocated to an area where they weren't born, and I don't just mean 5 kilometres down the road. They could have gone a bit further. Okay, so but this friend is basically saying, I'm done with these conversations. I'm done. Sort it out. So okay, leave it with you. Look after yourselves. Remember who you are. Okay, you're not doing breadcrumbs. None of that nonsense. Okay, you're having everything that you desire. All right, I love you. Speak soon. Bye.